Wait.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Tigra.
And I'm Bunny. And we're
the
Latrim. And you're watching
Break It Down show.
Yes, you are. And it is our great honor and pleasure to have Tigra and Bunny
Hi.
on the Break It Down show. You know, what I'm excited about is not only the fact that I had a crush on both of you,
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
but yeah, my wife, when she found out that you were going to be guests on the show, I knew she would be, I know she'd be happy and excited about it, but we didn't expect quite the amount of enthusiasm we received from her.
I love that.
So that was exciting.
Be sure to tell her hello for us.
Well, I will.
What's
She's
her
going to
name?
watch this for sure. Her name is Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Hi,
We
Christy.
sending you a big old hug.
Yeah. And you know how I landed her because I was cute and I had a car that went boom.
Hey,
Boom.
All right.
Here's, yeah.
our whole
We help the mission.
that we contributed to with Cars That Go Boom.
How many thousands of times have you heard somebody say something like, hey, this happened because of the stamp that you made on culture?
It happens a lot, and it's so wonderful. We have little girls who are like, my mom named me for you, and they're depending on how young, they're like, oh, my grandma and I used to listen to it's cool that it's a generational thing, and it inspires us to keep making music and to keep going forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we hear it all the time, and it's really a blessing. So
yeah. You must, because your message was everything that you would want a message to be, to capture the zeitgeist. It was, it was wholesome, but it was exciting, and it was a party, but it wasn't too risque. And and no matter what, like if you were in your 20s, you could embrace it. If you were a teen, you could embrace it. If you were a little girl, you could embrace it. And everybody was, could join in on it. And the thing about when you leave a mark like that is that it sets your life up for a certain trajectory. And you were so young when it happened.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. I was
What?
15 and Bunny was 16 when we signed.
Wow.
Yeah, we were little babies.
Let's talk about that. How did you sign a record deal at ages 15 and 16? And because, there are plenty of people who make lots of music and they just don't strike the chord that lands them a record deal, and they go deep into their career before they find it. How did you find it so fast?
Prayer.
Prayer, yeah.
We definitely prayed. We prayed a lot.
We were already we had a girl crew, and we were already battling boys at lunch, so we were already rapping. And then we were featured dancers on one of those local teen shows, because there used to be all these teen shows. So Miami had their own bass version called Miami Teen Express, and we met there, ended up going to high school together, and we became friends with a local rapper called Mighty Rock, who was already on the label. He had a song called Fresh Out the Box, Ready to Rock. Yeah. And he used to be our ride home from school because we didn't have driver's license or cars.
Wow.
So he had to stop by the studio to pick up a demo tape, and we were just kind of fooling around, like doing our little raps that we did. And Henry Stone came out and said, have you heard this song Push It? And we say, yeah, those are our heroes. We gotta dance to it, and started doing the toilet bowl and whatever. He said, write a comeback. And being that they were our heroes, we didn't want to. So it's only the first line of our first single, and the rest evolves into how cute we are and all that stuff. You know how we do. And the first single was called Grab It, and as an answer to Push It. And that's just kind of how it happened. We recorded it that night. We showed up in the studio that day. We recorded it that night, and the rest is history.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It almost landed on you.
Yeah, it does feel like it happened the way it was supposed to happen. you know, because we were already doing our thing. And not only was hip hop brand new, Miami bass wasn't even known or recognized yet until except for locally, and there were a lot of girls that were doing it at the time. In Miami, and you know, it's like we already had a history of doing it together, so it was just a sort of a natural fit. We were already hanging out with other talented musicians, so.
And we were, fun fact, we were the first rappers from the South, all of the South, Atlanta, everything, to be on Billboard. So
All right.
that was exciting.
Yeah.
So we
Wow.
we helped put bass on the map. So that was awesome. So
Yeah. That's fantastic. I didn't realize that, but it makes perfect sense because there was really, I mean, I'm from the Bay Area, so we got, everything that we got was not from the South at all. You really were, as you say those words, like there, I can't think of anything that, predated you. Of course, you can go now and figure out where the origins of, Miami and bass came from
yeah.
and see the commonalities, but you really were the emergence. It also didn't hurt that MTV embraced you and you were cute and continue to be cute, both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We try. Thank you.
Yeah.
We got lucky because we came around right at the time that MTV finally started deciding to play Black artists and not just rock and roll, and then to furthermore have like a show, Yo MTV Raps, and like things like that. So we were fortunate that we were cute and they started playing Black music.
Yeah, and that was big as well. We did Rap City, Yo MTV Raps. We did Club MTV. So we did all the things back then. We were on Video Music Box, and it just really took off, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
we really gave up our childhood for it, though, for sure.
Wow.
So, I mean, we didn't go to prom, we didn't go to grad night. We were performing, during that time. So, it's really a blessing that it went viral on TikTok in 2000, and millions of people, even Jimmy Fallon was doing it, the dance, I think it was like 10 million people were doing it. So it was amazing. So we have a whole new group of fans that are little kids, and I love
whole new generation.
Yeah, whole new generation. So it's amazing. Yeah.
But I mean, of course, Jimmy Fallon would do it because he's trying to catch all the markers, So it's like it's almost it was missing until he did it.
He's good at that stuff.
Yeah. So talk about that. You sacrificing your childhood. That is something that people just don't really think too much about when they think about young stars. What you actually gave up to give us entertainment.
Yeah.
If you didn't since you didn't do those things and you hit the road, who were your contemporaries? Who were you on the road with?
My goodness. Vanessa Williams, Luther Vandross, De La Soul. Go ahead, Rach. Tigra, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just think of like the people we're still friends with,
Yeah.
So we did play, we played a lot with De La, we played a lot with JJ Fad, we played with Kwame a lot.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
That makes sense.
Will and Jazzy Jeff.
Eddie Kane, EPMD.
Yeah, EPMD, Bismarcky. Two Live Crew, of course.
Kwame. Did we say Kwame?
Whoever,
you did.
Whoever was out there at the time, we were out there with them, and I think it's mostly like you guys out here had Rodney and Joe Cooley, right? Everlasting Bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we were out here, we'd play with whoever was out here, and if we were like in the Midwest, then we'd be playing with them. And um, it was fun because of the newness. It was a lot of fun because there weren't like it wasn't formulaic yet. It was still at the time where we got to be at the time where it went from being cautionary tales to the villains are the heroes now, you know. So we got to see that transition as well, and we got to
Explain that a little bit. What do you mean by that?
we went from children's story, don't push me because I'm close to the edge, white lines, don't do it,
yeah,
whack is whack. That was the whole era. To you know, songs about chicken heads and prostitution and dealing drugs. So the antagonist of the early hip hop movement became the protagonist.
wow.
And so we got to watch that. But at the time, the because it hadn't evolved as much yet, there were so many different voices and so many different perspectives, and that was one of the perspectives. And I think that's why we also were able to find the success we did, because it was so multifaceted. If you heard the new Big Daddy Kane come on the radio, you knew that wasn't Rakim. You just by hearing his voice, you knew that Slick Rick was Slick Rick. You knew Queen Latifah's voice and the difference between her and MC Light. And you knew the Trim versus, you know, it's just like
versus everybody,
there were a lot versus everybody. Yeah. But that, like, the girls from Uptown 357 sounded a certain way. We, you know, everybody had their own distinct style, and that's what made it so much fun.
Right.
And then it became kind of models and bottles and pills, and it stayed there.
Homogenous.
It became a little more homogenous, and that's unfortunate. I mean, the underground stays the underground. That's where I see all the originality. It's hip hop's still alive and well, but it isn't in the mainstream in the same way. It's a lot more formulaic. I've had to do co-writes, and I literally sat in the car listening to hip hop radio to figure out how to make it fit for this particular rapper, and noticed that almost every song had the word shorty, had something about conspicuous consumption, something about getting fucked up, you know, sleeping with this guy or that girl. It's so predictable, that it makes it kind of easier to write. Just be as outlandish as possible, but it's, I don't know,
a little gross.
I feel like it's lost some of its luster.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little gross in that it's like, here we go again. Really?
We went from being queens and sisters to being bitches and hoes in like that much time.
Can I tell you that I'm feeling some kind of way just hearing you say these words?
I'm
you know what I mean? I mean, it's heartbreaking that you're in this situation where it has to influence this artistry when you've given us what you've given us. And that's really kind of where my, like the cement around that dried around that for the way that I feel about, the art that you've given us. And then for you to be in a situation where, well, if I have to write these songs, I kind of have to write them like this. And then, and it's,
not when it comes to our own music. When it comes to our own music, we're still Tigra and Bunny.
Yeah,
that's right.
We're still writing.
Tigra is cute and Bunny is cute.
Yeah. Exactly right. We have our own formula, and we stick to that same formula. It's so funny. That's literally in our newest song, and we definitely. I feel like now having that kind of voice and the way that we're coming back authentically but older is, I always say, I feel like joy is a form of rebellion. Partying and being happy is a form of rebellion. against
Amen.
the people that will want to see you suffer. They want to see you down. They want to see you talking shit on yourself and on your brothers. Like, they want to see that. So when you're just like joyful and partying and braggadocious and all of that, it, you know, they're going to hate.
Form of rebellion, the best kind.
It's the best kind of rebellion. And we need, with the state of the world, we need a party. We need the light stuff. So I think we fit in very well there.
Yeah. And the fun thing is that we're out on the road again, doing shows and loving that. So that's new to us again. You know, we're getting back out there, but we're really enjoying it. So
yeah. Well, before, when you were out, you know, supporting your hit, the whole thing was the novelty of you and your contemporaries who you hit the road with. Yeah. Now it's like you're hitting the road with legacy acts.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the same acts. It's just a different, you know. So what are the crowds like? Tell me what you're getting from the crowds.
Well, we just performed at the Greek Theater, which was so much fun. And the Greek in California. And
there's two of them. There's one in LA and there's one in Berkeley.
The one in LA.
The one in LA, yeah.
We just did Mosswood Meltdown in San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah. In Oakland, rather. We did 808 Day with Egyptian Lover and everybody. Yeah. Everyone was on that. That was amazing.
Where was 808 Day? Down in Riverside in his hometown, or?
No, it was in, I think it's in Eagle Rock. It was at Peanut Butter Wolf's spot. Who's awesome.
It was fun.
Awesome too.
We enjoyed that. So
wow.
Yeah.
So you're crossing paths with a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
What's it like to have, you know, lived some life and then to reconnect with people who have also lived some life? And as you reunite with the folks that you went out with the first time, when you come back around on the other side of it, how is that?
Surreal.
Like no time has passed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we all sort of went through a very unique time in history.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you get to be alive at the creation point of a genre that takes over the world. Like if you were at that junction where rock and roll took over the world, or, you know, classical music took over the world, that changing point, we got to be at the birth of it. We weren't the first, but we were among the first, and it's really cool to be legacies now. It's so cool to see those people who get us. They get it. They were there with us. And we were all like, you know, young enough. We were all like teenagers into our 20s and kind of grew up together.
What's amazing for me is that we had chaperones. So a lot of the guys, we couldn't even like breathe in their direction because they weren't letting us even say hi. Wow. So some of these men we're meeting for the first time, you know, and they're like, I did like 50 shows with you and nobody would let me get around you.
No, we were not.
Yeah, so it's nice.
My two Haitian aunts.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
They were the chaperones?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man.
And they did not let anybody talk to us. Not men, that's for sure.
They'd be like, talk to the Bible, talk to Jesus.
Oh man.
We'd literally be in we'd go to sound check, and then we'd go to eat dinner, or we go to the radio station, and then we do our show. And then we do our signings, and we did not do the after party. We did our homework.
Yeah.
We were in the bedroom doing homework, on the airplane doing homework.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I think it saved us from a lot too.
I think so as well. And I'm thankful for that. They were amazing too. Yeah. They were really good with us. So of course with Tigra, because that's their niece, but they were very, you know, sweet to me as well and welcoming.
Supportive.
Supportive. And I really am so thankful we had them. Because goodness knows what could have happened to us. So
any number of things.
Knuckleheads.
Yeah.
We were a couple little knuckleheads. We were down for whatever adventure. Like,
chaperones.
What is down there in that hole?
Let's find out.
That dark basement.
Yeah.
We were a couple of knuckleheads. But it was a lot of fun, and I do have to say that the guys themselves were just they were very respectful, and
They
they were
were.
really
The ones that we did
protective.
get to talk to were
The ones
very,
that we're still friends with, they were
Mhm.
very like they sort of formed a bubble around us because we were young. So they treated us
Yeah.
like little sisters,
Yeah.
and they still treat us like I mean,
I'm
yeah.
glad to hear that. I'm
Tigra's
glad to hear
saying
that.
that, but she's being modest. No, everybody is like crushing on Tigra. She's, we got so
I'll keep my mouth shut. Before I get in trouble. So now, okay, so you have this great experience as young people, and your second and third albums. Um, how much was your let me back up because when you started, before you stepped into the studio, you didn't realize that you were preparing for the studio by battling at school and
No.
by battling with the boys and by really sharpening the saw. So when by the time somebody gave you a mic to step up to, you were ready for it.
Hmm.
right.
And then, as happens to a lot of uh, artists that have a great emergence like you, the record company sort of takes over. And stop me if I'm wrong about any of this, but the
Keep going.
record company starts to tell you
What to
what
do?
is going to succeed
Yeah, that's
when you're
exactly
the
what
ones
happened.
who brought the product to the microphone in the first
Yeah,
place.
that's exactly how it went. Yeah,
Were you
Yeah.
there? I feel like you were there.
Man.
yeah. No,
I knew you looked
that's
familiar.
exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
not from the record company.
No,
And
no.
it definitely makes you lose the excitement that you had originally
Mhm.
when that happens, because you're like, you're losing your creativity, your spark, so it's a little harder at that point, but that's what
Wow.
they do,
And
the majors.
when you're used to like you've always given your authentic voice, and now someone comes in and says your voice is not your voice enough, there's a better way
Ah.
for your voice to be your voice, and I'm going to tell you how that goes. And you're making it, there's nothing worse than making music you don't like
Yeah.
and trying to pass
Wow.
it as yourself, like, oh, this
Yeah.
is my new song. It's not my new song. That's not my new song.
I hate it.
I hate this song. Yeah.
Yeah.
But being that our prefrontal cortexes weren't developed, we did not respect things like contracts and stuff. So we just boycotted the third album. We're just like, we're not showing up anymore. We're not doing this. It's not fun. We always understood that it's a business, and we always showed up where we had to be.
Mhm.
It's not like we only cared about being on stage in the studio. Like, we really, really, really worked hard. But
Yeah.
to take the thing that brought us in there to begin with and try to improve on it or change it, the worst was when they'd come back around like a year or two later and be like, oh, remember that thing you did back then that we said no about? It's popular now. Can you do something like that? And it's like, of course we can't. We're on to the next thing. Like, it was discouraging, and it stopped being fun. It really did stop being fun.
Wow. So as it stopped being fun, you both moved on and you both did other things. Can I ask you about the things that you did in the interim? Because you were gone from, creating music for, or at least releasing music for a number of decades.
Mhm.
And we're glad to have you back. But in the interim,
Thank you.
you had lived lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Bunny, you became a nurse.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I became a nurse. I taught dance, ballet, jazz, modern, and tap
Wow.
at Bourbon Company. Moved to Indianapolis. Raised a house.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
What made
Yeah.
you pick Indianapolis?
I always tease and say I moved here to get divorced because my husband, he moved me here.
uh,
He's actually a producer in which we won't mention, but you probably
okay.
heard of him. Anyway, yeah, my husband moved me here, and then I got divorced. But I was
Your
like, I love
husband.
it.
He's calling your husband.
Yeah.
But I was like, I love it, and I'm gonna stay. So
Okay.
I wanted to raise kids, go to college here, and do all the things. And
Were you
bought a
involved in
house.
music at all?
No, actually, I didn't even care
No.
about music. To be honest, I really didn't. I was 100% like in trying to graduate, get my
Mm-hmm.
degree. Then I
Yeah.
went to go to real estate school. Then I had 8 investment properties I did. So went to real estate school for that. Um, build a house for my kids, raised 500 kids.
Okay.
Got them. They all graduated college, which is such
Beautiful,
a
beautiful
blessing.
children.
I have 4 kids. They
That's,
all
yeah.
graduated college,
My
and
nieces and
my
nephews.
oldest, he's got his master's as an XTX engineer. My youngest I'm sorry, an electrical engineer. My youngest is an XTX engineer. She got her bachelor's, and I have 2
What
nurses.
even is that? I mean, I know what an electrical engineer is. My dad
Yeah,
was a
it's
double
like
E, but what?
IT, architecture,
Okay.
animation, CAD. It's
Wow.
like all the things. Like it's like a mixture of all
A
different things.
multidisciplinary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a really hard degree to get, so I'm proud of her. She got that, and
Fantastic.
the 2 kids, went to college and became nurses. So
Uh-huh.
that was
I was supposed to give Bunny an opportunity to brag about herself, and she immediately jumped on bragging about her kids.
my
I see how you
baby.
are.
Oh, thank you.
But that is
Yeah.
bragging about herself because she did really raise these beautiful human beings, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it was just her. And
Yeah.
Thank you.
she's a superwoman.
Yeah. Well, thank
She
you.
really is.
Yeah, I went through a divorce and a lot of things, and
Well, you have to do that to have a husband.
yes, I had a husband, so definitely had a
Let's see
husband.
if we can get your picture back for.
Yeah, I'm trying. I
Okay,
apologize for that.
you do that. While you do that, I'm gonna ask Tigra what she was up to because you moved to New York, huh?
I went back to New York. Oh man.
We'll
Uh-oh.
get we'll get
Bunny's
yeah,
gone.
we'll get her. She'll be
I
back.
moved back to I'm born and raised in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and grew up in Hollis, and moved back to New York. I stayed close to music. I managed nightclubs, really amazing nightclubs, and then I was still sort of making music for fun with friends, but I didn't want to be public. Again, same with Bunny. Like I just didn't want to be front facing.
And I'm sure you had amazing music making friends who were like, well, we could do this in secret, but we're going to do it and we're going to have a good time with it. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. We would do it for fun. Like if I came into LA, then friends would just be like, let's go to the studio after the club, or just kind of hanging out, making fun songs. And then
who was from Hollis? I mean, Run DMC,
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J.
Queens has a couple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple people.
So when you were back there, you were managing nightclubs. You were still super in touch with what was going on.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like our DJs were Kid Capri and Stretch Armstrong, and the people who performed were Old Dirty Bastard. Like I was still pretty much. It's like I hadn't left, but I got to be behind the scenes this time instead of like the person that was the entertainment. So that was really cool because I never left music. Then I ended up coming out here because some friends started a label, and we had a bunch of fun.
Where is out here?
I'm in LA.
Oh, you're in LA. Okay.
We had
you got that LA house behind you.
I know. It's an Airbnb.
I see.
Yeah.
So if you're out there making music for fun and your contemporaries are having a good time with you, but you're still in touch with the music business, you're doing things that have you in contact with, you're still in entertainment. Yeah. Did you keep in touch with Bunny?
Of course.
Yeah. You guys have been in touch the whole time.
Yeah.
What would you say is the longest amount of time that you didn't talk to Bunny?
She can tell you because she curses me out about it. Like, I haven't been able to get a hold of you, whatever.
Oh, I see how it is.
She can tell you because she will curse me out. Yeah. We don't let It's like a few months, I guess. We don't get that much. We don't let that much time go by. We keep in
Yeah,
touch. Like, she's my
this is
sister.
excellent.
We grew
I'm
up
so
together.
happy to hear this.
We fight like sisters. Like that. That's my sister.
I'm
Yeah,
positive.
we are.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We
Yeah,
can
but I
hear
can't
you.
Just
see
can't
you.
see me.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we can't see you, but keep talking. So
Yeah.
when if you can't let's say you just had some geography in your way that
Okay.
would from time to time let a couple weeks go by and you
Yeah.
wouldn't happen to run into each other at the grocery store, but you were besides that in
We
really
were.
constant touch.
Yeah, we were in. We were living in different states, but we stayed
Yeah.
in touch.
And then
Yeah.
I moved to Los Angeles,
Hmm.
and
And then that's when we started sort of messing around with doing like little club dates.
yeah.
Um,
Okay.
that was hilarious. That was so funny because it
How
had been
long ago was that?
um
What, when we first started doing that?
Yeah, when
when
you
2016.
you were living here.
okay.
2016.
Yeah.
And I left in like COVID time. That's when I
So you
left.
left again. Where'd you go?
Indianapolis.
You went
Then
back to Indianapolis?
Yeah, I own a house here,
Yeah. And you
and
got some people there that you've established some couple roots.
well, my house is
she
almost paid
moved.
off.
She moved
So
here.
Wow.
that trumped everything.
Kids were going to school. Her kids were
Yeah.
coming to school here, so she moved here with with the last two.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then so that gave you guys some time to be geographically located close by. And
Hmm.
then now she's back in Indianapolis. I was really, it's too bad. We just had some Indianapolis. Oh, we just had Daryl Simmons on the show a couple weeks ago. He was Babyface's writing partner, and
Oh,
they're from Indianapolis. And I didn't really know about the Indianapolis music scene until he sort of hit me what was going on as they were coming up. And I was like, man, that's a rich, rich music scene. So, but now, so you're in LA now?
I am in LA now. Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
in LA. I've been here since the record. Then I did a solo project,
Hmm.
so I ended up moving out here in like 2008 or 2007, 2008, and I've been here
Okay.
since.
Maybe that's why I'm having technical difficulties, because I'm
What?
in India.
Yes.
Because you're in Indiana,
'Cause I'm in India.
Yeah.
But that's okay. My house is almost paid.
Man.
right?
See,
You get the trade-off.
I was talking to Pete earlier about
Right.
what are you going to talk to Tiga and Bunny about? I said, what I'm really curious about is the life issues. Like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
we're at an age now where you
Yeah.
have like you can look back on your career and it was great, but it's not the only thing you've done.
No, not at
Exactly.
all. Not at all.
Yeah,
Well, it depends, I guess. But like, it's if it's not the main thing you're still consistently doing and living off of, then hopefully it's not the only thing you've done.
right.
Hopefully you've evolved. Hopefully you've had a full life and you've done it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's the thing, that's what you don't want. You don't want to put yourself in a box. I think when
mhm.
we're on our deathbed, we want to be able to say we lived our life to the fullest. And all the things that made us happy, that's what we did. And
Wow.
it's so funny how even when Tigra and I were kids, you can kind of tell we were the same people. Like I was the one that was like the homebody. Rachel used to tease, Tigra used to tease rather, and people used to say, "Where is Bunny?" And she'll be like, as soon as we get off the road, she'll be like, "She's at home eating some fried chicken, watching some movies."
Of course.
Tigra's like turning up.
I used to have to actually go pull her out of bed to bring her to the studio or to the club. Like, let's go. We going. And I'd be blasting Fight the Power the whole way.
Right.
Wow.
So it's funny. It's funny how things have not changed, but they have changed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that, and Tigra has been true to herself, and she's done all the things in entertainment and all the things she loved, and all the things I loved was, the family and the, all that, that kind of stuff, and helping people in nursing and, It's been such a
And
blessing.
raising all those beautiful kids you raised.
Thank you, and they're grown, and that's the best part of it.
Yeah.
You get to see them grown and out your house. That is like, oh, that is the best part of being a parent. I don't care what anyone says.
When they leave,
by the time they get to be teenagers, you're like, you're still here.
Wow.
It feels like you've been raising them for 500 years by the time they get to be teenagers. So listen, by the time they're grown, you're like, okay, this is nice. So you move out, you get a job, and you stay out my pocket. This is beautiful. So this is the best part of parenting to me.
Yeah.
Come visit and go home.
Wow.
and the grandbabies.
Yes.
How many grandbabies you got?
Two beautiful granddaughters.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. Yeah.
So cute.
So sweet and so beautiful.
Wow.
So, and that is just like the cutest, because something about granddaughters, they're like little yous, you know? And it's not that you want to tell your kids you love them more.
Oh, you don't? I got 4 grandchildren. I let them know. I let everybody know.
It's
like,
kind
hey,
of a different kind of love, right?
It's that. Yes. And it's the kind of love where you can go, hey, this one, you got to clean up this one,
right?
And then, and then give her back to me after she's cleaned up. But you got to do it.
Yes.
So yeah, it makes room for a different kind of love. Well, really I can't think of a better note to end on than just to hear that not only have both of your lives evolved to a place where you've become much more complete human beings than the children who hit the road and gave us this cultural stamp that we all, thank goodness, can, look back on with such fondness and such affection. And there is one thing that I wanted to tell you. Pete is one of his hobbies is he's a race car driver, and there's a racing circuit. You probably heard of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. There's a race car circuit called the 24 Hours of Lemons, and you have these cars that are, mostly hoopty, but they all like have a gimmick, and it is an actual race, and they put it on racetracks. All the like famous racetracks that we've heard of, host these things, and it's almost like it's kind of a novelty event at these famous racetracks.
I love this.
But there was a car, and the theme of the car, it was a mini truck, and the racing number on the car was 808.
Oh wow.
There it is.
I love that.
Oh my god, I love that.
Subwoofers in the back, and this thing
colors, I love it.
That looks
drove around the track booming Latrim regularly.
Wow.
They played other things, you might hear some Eazy-E, you might hear whatever, but going around the track, of course, like usually they'd open the race with the cars that go boom.
That is so cool.
And it was legit. And that car got more love than, like, they had one car that drove around that was a tiki bar and another car that drove around. And it is a race, so they go fast. But this dude would drive fast, and he was bumping hard. Yes. And he got the most love, and he got the most love of all the cars, but he got the most love when he bumped Latrim.
I love it. Yay. I love that story.
That's so cool.
And you know what? It looks like the truck from our video.
It does.
It looks like one of the
does. Yeah, very similar.
I love
that's certainly not an accident.
Yeah. I love that the 808 is spray painted on.
Yeah, I love that.
It's like this custom paint job, and then it's just like graffiti. That's dope. I used to street race, so I absolutely appreciate they actually have a track to race the hoopties on.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember that, Bunny?
Yeah.
So real quick before we conclude, what are we pushing out? Are you on tour? Are we pushing tour dates?
We are. People can reach us, DM us. We are on Latrim Official, Instagram, TikTok, all of those places. And we're not tour dates. Right now we're just kind of doing one-offs, but we're preparing. We're also recording.
Okay.
You heard Guillotine.
We heard Guillotine that came out in October, so it's only a couple months old.
It's only a couple months old, but it's our first track in a very long time together.
And it's great.
Thank you.
And if you like Latrim, you're going to like it some more.
Thank you so much.
It's very us.
Yeah.
It's the one trick pony. And then
But
so we're like,
thankfully, it's a good trick.
It's a great trick. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep doing it.
Right.
So yeah, and we're like looking forward to recording more, being out there more. We're back. The trim is back.
And can we look forward to a release sometime soon? Do you have a date that you're going to drop a new album or?
Not yet. We're still writing.
Yeah, we're still writing, but we definitely are going to do that in the future.
We'll
very near future.
I'm happy that you're
building the brand back up.
Yeah.
And we'll have like merch up through the Trim Official.
Yeah.
Okay. Merch is good.
We have amazing merch. Amazing. Like, it is so dope.
Amazing
fun fact, when we did our show in San Francisco, we didn't even get off the stage and our stuff sold out.
Yeah, we
were like, oh my gosh. I mean, it is the dopest design. I'm telling you. I'm just like so in love with it.
Did you design it, Bunny? I know you did some clothing design, right?
I did clothing design, but actually Tigra designed the shirt and I designed the logo. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we both have contributed.
Team effort as usual.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. So
we each have our strengths.
Yeah. So and Tigra did an amazing job. So the shirt is just so dope. She's talented. I'm telling you, all around.
A long time.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had no idea. I've never tried to graphic design anything before.
She did amazing. Like better than a pro. So.
Like that, and I actually made it so that our manager could give it to a graphic designer as inspiration. And he's like, "Why don't we just use this?
Just do that. It's done."
Yeah, exactly.
It's cute.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to close up by saying, if you come back to the Bay and you need anything, boots on the ground, whatever, I'm in. Just say, you know what? You remember Jon was in the Bay and he said he would join. If you know who should do this, let's send this up to him and he'll hit the street with it. I absolutely will.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today has been Tigra and Bunny Latrim. You know them, you love them, you still love them, you love them even more, I bet, than back then, because they are much more well-rounded human beings and developed, and they've done things and they've lived life and they came out the other end shining as always. So thank you so much, both of you.
We love the Break It Down show. We love the Break It Down show. And we're so grateful that you've had us on.
Yeah, thank you for having us.